Today I'm bringing you some West Coast flavor to your grill, not in the form of a taco, but in the form of a delicious California burrito. Hey, how's it going? Sal here from SJ Cooks. So today I'm making one of the most iconic burritos invented here in my home state of California, the California burrito. California burritos were invented in Southern California, San Diego to be exact. You can use chicken, steak, or shrimp, but usually California burritos are made with carne asada. But today, I'm giving a little bit of Central California flavor and cooking up a tri-tip. I like to stick with SPG on my tri-tip, but let's make it extra special. For the seasoning, let's bring in some Bay Area flavor and bring in the Oakland Dust beef rub. Wonderful, wonderful rub that has some great color. To try and develop some crust, I'll be dropping some Montreal steak seasoning. Hopefully it'll help with that. I'm a big fan of the thicker rubs. Let's give this tri-tip a rest and get our grill ready. I'll be using the Santa Maria grill and I'll be using some mesquite wood. I like to start up a little bit of charcoal along with the wood when cooking on the Santa Maria grill. I'm going to be using the Gabby's grill and I'm going to be using mesquite wood. Now I would have loved to use red oak, to keep that Central California style, but I didn't have any available at the moment. So the mesquite will have to do. I'll be using a paper towel drenched in oil to start up my fire. While that gets started, let's prep up our sides. Let's chop up some tomatoes, onion, and cilantro. I was initially going to just chop some onion and cilantro for this burrito, but the tomato would be a good touch. I suppose you could call this a pico de gallo, but without the jalapeno or the serrano, it's hard to call this a salsa. But I'll squirt a bit of lime on it and put it in the fridge. Let's check on our fire. Our wood has burned down nicely. Now, if you want further details and instructions on how to set up your fire and control your temperatures on the Gabby's grill, be sure to check out my video where I go in depth with this information. Link above and in the description. I'm giving it a quick 3-second hand roll here, and the temperature on the grate is right where I want it. You'll want to flip your tri-tip every couple of minutes for even cooking. Feel free to ignore the chicken I got cooking alongside here. I had a few leftover thighs from a previous cook and I figured I'd cook them. For sandwiches, I like more of a medium rare on my tri-tip, but for this burrito, I'm going to take it more to a medium temperature. So I'll be pulling the tri-tip off the grill once it reaches about 135 internal temperature. While it rests, it'll probably hit about 140. But like I always like to say, cook your steak to your desired temperature. If you want a little bit more medium rare, go for it. This tri-tip is smelling great and it's developed a great crust. The center is probably 135 and the edges are about 140. So let's remove and let it rest. Now while it rests, let me make this avocado dressing. My wife and I decided to call this sauce the Holy Avocado Dressing. I made this avocado dressing before, so if you want exact details on how to make it, be sure to check out my video that I'm going to link above and down in the description. But I'll give you a nice rough idea on how to make it. Slice 2 small avocados. Place in the blender. Let's get a nice little bunch of cilantro, squeeze in our avocados to make room, and drop in some sour cream and some mayo. I'm going to drop in some white pepper and some garlic. Let's also drop in the juice and the zest of a lime. Be sure to salt to taste. And since I don't have serranos or jalapenos, I dropped in some cayenne pepper, cause darn it, we need to start spicing things up. Next you'll want to blend it. Now remember to shake it between pulses. Also add salt to taste and keep on mixing. Our tri-tip has rested, so let's slice and chop. Slice against the grain. And let's put these off to the side for a bit. Now there's still a little bit more pink that I would have liked, but honestly, it's going to be great for our burrito. Next, I'm going to cut up these slices even more. I'm going to chop it, so it has more of that carne asada look that California burritos are famous for. And let it hang out with the juices for a little longer. Let's place back our chopped tri-tip back in our foil. There's some amazing flavor here, so do not skip out on this step. The chopped tri-tip is going to absorb all of these juices very nicely. First, I'm gonna build out my burrito. Let's get a nice thin spread of refried beans on this flour tortilla. Next, let's pour in a little Mexican rice.
The trick is to use very little of this so you can put more meat.
And finally, our chopped tri-tip.
Con las manos. Let's drop in cheese.
Drop in some Monterey Jack cheese, which, yep, was invented here in sunny California. And now, let's drop in some crispy fries. These are seasoned fries, cooked extra crispy. The ingredient that makes this special are the fries. Now, it might sound a little odd and weird to you, but trust me, it goes really well. I not only love the flavor, but I love that this encapsulates beautifully my Mexican-American heritage. You have the standard American fries mixed in with a Mexican burrito. Now, if you ask me, that's a match made in heaven.
For me, I want a little bit of salsita.
Since my pico isn't spicy, I'll drop in some red salsa. Lastly, let's drop in our holy avocado dressing. This also has some built-in spice, so there's plenty of heat here. Let's wrap it up.
All right. I should have gotten a bigger tortilla, but let's see how we do it.
It's a shame that this is a smaller tortilla, and I can't really stuff the heck out of this burrito. But if you have access to the large flour tortillas, be sure to make your burrito shine. Let's build another. Now this one is for my wife. She has requested to hold the beans on this one and instead add more meat. Yep, this girl knows what she's talking about and she's speaking like a true Californian.
Good.
Yummy.
Let's drop in our pico, Monterey cheese, seasoned fries.
Stingy with the sauce, baby.
She requested some extra holy avocado sauce and she didn't want any spicy red salsa. Let's wrap. And before we eat, let's slice away for the photo. All right, let's eat. Hey, California burrito time. That's good stuff. This burrito is fantastic. A Southern California invention with the little Central California flavor made by this proud Mexican American who was born and raised in Northern California. I hope you give this recipe a try. And if you do, leave me a comment and I'll see you on the next one.